if they own a pet, if they own a dog, you're leaving a little dog treats on their seat for them, right? Hello, Chef Marcus Guiliano here. And who am I with?
Josue.
Josue
from Sue's Auto.
And Josue and I are trying to do regular shows on business because I'm the entrepreneur and Josue is the rising entrepreneur, starting a business, college student. So we're going to talk business. And we got an article here from Forbes.com that Josue is going to read. And you got any questions for me?
I got a couple questions.
You got a couple questions as your business is growing?
Yeah.
How many cars did you do this weekend?
This weekend, about 6.
6 cars?
Yeah.
So you're detailing cars?
Yeah.
So
actually 5 if you don't want to consider mine, but I'd take care of mine too.
Take care of yours too. Okay. All right. So Forbes.com has this great platform. It's called Forbes Business Council, and it allows, there's about 70 members in the tri-state area here, in the metro New York area actually, that allows people to go on, people and experts go on and write business articles on Forbes.com. That's where I get a lot of my information from. And so let's jump onto this Small Business Marketing 101.
Alrighty. This is a good article, actually.
It's a basic, awesome article, and we're going to touch on all the points on there.
Let's see.
Here, watch this. You just pop something. Okay.
It's broken down, isn't it? Right?
It's by Elizabeth Pritchett, Sales and Marketing Director at Centerpoint Business Solutions. I passionately care about helping business succeed, is what her tagline is, and she's on the Forbes Council. And our name of the article is Small Business Marketing 101. So, and I just got asked one of these questions literally a day ago. And one of these questions on this is actually on my YouTube scheduled to be released. It might have been released this morning. Might have been up there already. But let's jump into the article.
All right. So, it's broken down into steps, and the first step, it says, get organized. Getting an organized plan is the first step in any marketing effort. Make one. Start with brainstorming, create themes, and transfer action items to a calendar or to-do list.
You know what I find? Most entrepreneurs are just not organized. And I've been guilty of that. I've been really guilty of that. Lately, I've got I've always had a journal, but I haven't really regularly journaled. Because the journal is just blank pages. But when I go to a conference, I got the journal, I take notes. I try to write a list of stuff I need to get done, or I have an app that, called Wunderlist, W-U-N-D-E, and Wunderlist. And so when somebody in the office needs me to do something, they hopefully throw it on Wunderlist, and I look at it. The most effective thing is this Michael Hyatt Full Focus Planner that I've been using. It really breaks down my top 3 goals of the day, top 3 tasks of the week, my 7 to 10 yearly goals, quarterly goals, or a week in review, where my downfalls were, most important things I delegate out, things I do myself, things that aren't relevant anymore, and it gives me a system of rolling one day into another, writing my appointments down, and it's an analog thing. You write it down, but it works for me fantastic. And of course, then I put it onto our iCal. And then so Jamie or anybody else in the office can know what I'm doing, where I'm supposed to be. So
it also says on the same kind of bullet, it says create a elevator pitch, 30 seconds or less, so you can tell some people about your business and products or services.
That's the hardest thing for businesses to do. And I like to tell people that work for me, if you were telling a 5-year-old or a 2nd grader what is their restaurant about, or what is your business about, break it down in terms of that. So if you're talking to a 2nd grader, what are you going to tell them? That you detail cars? No.
Yes.
You make cars. You make cars spotless, shiny. You make cars shiny. You make cars happy. Right? That's what you do. So break it down and tell that elevator pitch. What do? I make cars shiny.
I make them brand new again.
Yeah, I make them shiny. A kid's gonna be like, oh, I know what shiny means. You know. Not that, I detail cars out and I pick them up at your house. 2nd grader doesn't want to know that. That's ultimately how you get to making shiny cars. But what's that elevator pitch?
Yep.
And I'm guilty. This stuff that's being written down, I'm guilty as well of this stuff. And all this stuff for me going over this is good refreshers too, because we do a lot of team building activities at the restaurant with our staff. And that's one that I throw out a few times a year. Hey, describe our restaurant in 2 sentences to a second grader. And that kind of just sums everything up.
It also says get customer input early. If you are opening a storefront or a restaurant, try hosting a soft opening or invitation only event to get your kinks worked out and your mishaps or mistakes out of the way.
Another crucial point. Even if you're an established business 15 years like myself, I still rely on customer input. I still rely upon there's a business, local business that I was talking to, and I was like, man, here's what this place used to do. You were offering a service that I used to get from another place out of town. And the guy looked at me and goes, man, that's brilliant.
Wow.
So get input from your customers and find out why people are supporting other businesses like yours. Like, there's a couple of detailers in town here.
Yeah.
Find out from those other, don't try to steal people's business, but find out why people go to that person. And then, man, it might be that he comes and picks your car up and drops your car off instead of you driving there and having to get a ride back, right?
Yeah.
And I think you do that. You've came and picked up our cars before.
Yeah.
So it might be something like, man, I never thought of that. And that's why you're going to him. I need to add that to my portfolio.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying copy 100%. I'm saying get input.
Yeah.
Because
that's how you're going to stay on top and always...
I mean, people say copycat is flattery. I don't like copycats. I don't like when other restaurants near me are all of a sudden doing the same beer dinners, serving the same things, and you're in a business where you're detailing cars. That's your only service. In a restaurant industry, well, it's one of your only services. You have to provide 5-star service, and how you get to that 5-star service is different techniques and different tricks of the trade. Same thing with me providing 5-star service, but then one place can serve Korean food, one place can serve Italian food, one place can serve American food, one place, it's not like 3 Indian restaurants opening up right next to each other and trying to fight for business, right? So it's ultimately your techniques and how you get to that 5-star service.
Yeah. Number 2 says get a website. In today's technology-based world, the first thing a potential customer or employee does is Google your business.
Yep. So I had a customer comment on YouTube the other day. Marcus, isn't a restaurant's Facebook page enough for a website? Because I said, the premise of the video was everybody should have a website these days. There's no excuse for not having a website. You can do it yourself. They're cheap. You buy the domain name and you're literally paying $10 a month and you can do it yourself. However, hire somebody to do your SEO work if you don't know SEO work, because that's how you get seen. Because just building a website, and people pay $1,000, $2,000 for somebody to build their website, $500 to build their website. But it's not marketed. It's somebody who markets your website and somebody who builds your website are 2 different people. In the rare case, you can find somebody who knows SEO work and can do that whole back of the side programming properly. Yeah. They can program, but maybe not properly. So people build these beautiful websites and nobody's finding them. You're typing in sushi, XYZ City, USA, and their restaurant's not coming up, and they're the only sushi restaurant in that town. And they have a website that says XYZ Asian Kitchen, right? There's no sushi in the domain name. There's no sushi in the tagging, but people in the town are looking for sushi. So that's where you have to get a qualified SEO, and hopefully the SEO people and the web people can work together, because you want some keywords in your domain names. Multiple domain names are great.
It pops up.
Right? But again, somebody goes, oh, isn't Facebook good enough? Facebook is necessary. Because that's where Facebook, you're going to put all your social, that's where you're going to be social with people on Facebook. On Instagram, you're going to be very social. You're going to interact with people. You're going to share things. Things on a website aren't shareable to that aspect. They're not, you can't comment. You can't tag people on a website. That's what you do on Facebook. You tag people. So you tag somebody's car that you just did. Hopefully that they're going to say, hey, Sway did an awesome job. Look at my car. Yep. You can't do that on a website. But the first time you acquire a new customer, they might go online and say auto detailing, car wash, and they're going to find you. They're also going to find you on Facebook too, but they want to see everything you have to offer on your website, Google Analytics, your Google page, your Google Place page. So you need to make sure that you have a address tied into your business, and that you go on Google and you claim your Google listing, which is free.
Okay.
Sway's Detailing. Right? So now people can see that you're on Google. So when people Google you, they'll actually have like a physical address, phone number, every way to get a hold of you, which I don't think you have that right now.
Well, I have the location, my cell phone, which is the same line that I've been using, and I'll keep using. But now that I got the location,
you got the location,
that,
right? Right.
Even though it's a mobile business, but some people want it to be.
People need to know where you're at.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And who's this guy picking up my car? Where's he going?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing. Hey, here's my $30,000 BMW or $50,000 BMW. It's not like some people. You go to their house and do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're just going to pick somebody's car up, and it's like, who is this kid who's picking my car up, right? Who's this guy picking my car up?
Yeah.
Where's he going with my car? I can't even find him on the internet. Where do I go to find him?
That's true. All right. The third point is actually similar to what we were just talking about. Leverage social media. Let's face it, everyone is on social media these days, and the majority of traffic still occurs on Facebook. If you're not using Facebook for your business, create a page today.
Create a page today on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, get on Twitter. Understand how to use each platform. Each platform is different. You're not going to post the same stuff on Twitter that you're going to post on Facebook, that you're going to post on Instagram. Some stuff can lay over, but don't make people that are following you on 4 platforms see the same exact thing. But social media is free, and your job is to abuse it till it breaks.
Yeah.
Till it breaks. Your job is to break social media, right?
Abuse it.
If you did 6 cars this weekend, I want to see pictures of their steering wheels, their rims, their tires, their trunk, of every car. Yeah. That's what I want to see. I want to see how meticulous your work is, and I want you to post a ton of crap about what you did, all the cars you did. And if you have employees, I want to see the employees are happy. I want to see what they're doing. You know, that's what I want to see. You know, that abuse it. Abuse social media.
Number 4, set up and claim your business online. Whether you get on board or not, information about your business is and will be on the internet. Wouldn't you rather proactively control what people read or see about your business when they Google it?
Big food distributor came to me 5 years ago and said, we kind of want you to help us, but we don't want you to help us because we don't want to be on social media, because we don't want the backlash. We don't want, I looked at him and I said, people are already talking about you. And the college, I'm on Sullivan County Community College. I'm on their advisory board for culinary. I'm like, you guys have no social media presence. They're like, well, administrators, the administration is afraid of this. The higher ups are afraid of. I said, what are they afraid of? You have no way of monitoring. Folks, you're already on social media. Yeah. People already posted pictures of the cars you've done. People already posted about your business. They've already posted about the college. They've already posted about this food distributor. Whether it's positive or negative, they've already posted it. And this distributor has jumped on board with social media, but I still think they can do a much, much better job as far as presence. And your job is when something arises, you're there to fix it. You're there to comment and say, hey, I am a real business. Sorry you did have a problem. It's not our intent to serve overdone burgers. It's not our intent to make deliveries, at 6 o'clock at night when you're on the schedule for 10 a.m. It's not our intent to do that. We understand we're not perfect. Thank you for your feedback. How can we make it up to you? What can we do to make it right so we can still keep doing business, as opposed to somebody out there just bashing you and you have no recourse and you have no answer to them? Sometimes you don't want to. There's times you're going to get a total lunatic. And you don't want to engage in an argument, but you just want to say, hey, I'm listening. Hey, I understand. Sorry we couldn't agree on this. I want to make it right to you. This and that. Did you mention to me, like for me in a restaurant, did you mention to my staff that your burger was overcooked? Well, no, I didn't. Well, then how didn't? If you did, we would have replaced it. You would have had a meal. You would have had the properly cooked meal while you were here. Either you wouldn't have paid for it, or you would have paid for something that was right, instead of going out and writing a bad review on me your burger sucks. Well, yeah, if it's overcooked, it does suck, right? Yeah, I agree with you. It sucks if it's not cooked the way you want it, but let me fix it.
Yeah.
So get on there and monitor. Get on there. I had another email this week from a lady who her brother-in-law opened up a restaurant. He's in a very seasonal area. Thinks that his food alone is enough to get people in the door. Doesn't need social media.
Wow. That's tough.
Oh, man, I was like, she was like, she knows the importance of social media because she's all over the social media. So you'd think that he would have learned from her. But she's like, it's amazing. He just doesn't think. And a lot of chefs are like that. Old school businesses are like that, right? Yeah. People that have been around 30, 40 years in business.
Probably not around anymore.
25 years. So here's a great analogy. I heard this the other day from Damon John. You know Damon John?
No.
The guy from Shark Tank?
No.
The guy with the clothing line?
I stay away
Fubu?
from TV.
I do too. So he says it like this. He goes, the first and family-owned businesses, like businesses are open 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years. The first generation builds it. The second generation enjoys it. The third generation destroys it. The fourth generation, it's probably not there for any. The business probably isn't around, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the progression of a lot of family businesses. Not all, but that can be the progression. I think you probably can relate to that.
Yeah.
Looking at some of the businesses here in our town.
Yeah.
Some, or just businesses in general. And actually, you know where I read that in the Nordstroms Book. Nordstroms has a book on customer service. That's where it was.
About it last time
I just started reading this book. It's actually in the book that we talked about last time on this show.
Okay.
Top 10 books to read, business books.
Yeah.
I've read about 4 or 5 of those books.
Wow.
So they were on the list. I got them. I'm listening to them. I'm reading them. I'm cracking down on them. So that's what they say in that. Nordstrom's 1901 it was developed, founded. And people say, oh, I have an unfair advantage in business, this and that. This guy came from, I forgot where he came from. He was an immigrant in 1888. $5 in his pocket. Coming into Ellis Island. $5. Coming to America with $5. He was, I think, 16 years old, 17 years old when he was coming to America.
Wow.
1888. 2001, he opened Nordstrom's. He had a small gold hit in Alaska, I believe. Took the $10,000 that he had and opened up a shoe store. Him and another partner. Wow. Opened up a shoe store in Seattle.
That's impressive.
They're on their 4th generation now. The CEO is not a family member. It's a publicly traded company as of 1971. CEO is not a family member. The CEO has never worked for the store, but on the board of directors, there's 3 family members that play an active role in still the business.
Wow.
And Nordstrom's, amazing customer service. I'm surprised they don't wash your car when you're shopping at Nordstrom's. I really am. The customer service there is intense.
Wow.
Have you ever heard stories about Nordstrom's customer service?
No, I think I've heard one from you last time with the jeans.
The jeans? How about the tire one?
No.
There's a report that an old guy walks into Nordstrom's and says, I want to return these 4 tires. He didn't remember where he bought the tires.
Oh.
Nordstrom's doesn't sell tires, and they took the tires back. There's a lady who has one leg, a paraplegic. She had one leg. She had a leg amputated, amputee. She only needs one shoe. She goes to Nordstrom's, I only want one shoe. What do they say? No problem.
Wow.
One shoe, half the price. Right?
That's awesome.
That story is all over the internet as well. Business books write about that story. She tells that story. Professional speakers and business things tell about that story. That is so much PR for Nordstrom's.
Yeah.
For a lousy $50 that it cost them for the shoe, they probably broke even. And that's what they got. But even if they lost money, that kind of PR is priceless.
Yeah.
So, where were we at here?
That's awesome. Number 5, use Google AdWords.
Now, number 4 was claim your business online. Go to Google, claim your business on Google, claim your business on Yelp, claim your business on TripAdvisor. All of those. Have you done those yet?
No, not those.
You know what your job is on TripAdvisor? To get people to review you.
Okay.
Fairly. Don't say I'll do your car for free for a 5-star review. Say, how do you like your car? Oh man, this is great. This is awesome. I've never had somebody clean my car like that before. And what you're going to say is, hey, that makes a great testimonial. How you just said that in your words. Would you mind putting that on TripAdvisor for me?
Okay.
So you're not saying, I'll do your car for free. I'll give you 20% off if you give me a review. You're going to get their own words and say, stop. What you just said is a great testimonial. Help me grow my business. Can you throw that online for me? Throw that on Facebook for me. Throw that on and have them go rate you. So claim your business listings. Every business listing out there.
Wow, that's what I got to do.
Right?
Yeah. Start getting people involved, or almost like get them to say something. I know they're always happy with the result, so it's time to put it on.
Right.
Yeah.
You've done my cars. You've never asked me for a review.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
All the hundreds of cars you've done this summer, last summer.
Yeah.
If you
would have had a lot of reviews.
If you had 25 reviews on Facebook, 4 or 5-star reviews on Facebook, bam.
Yeah.
Right? On Google listings. Then when people search you, this kid's got 12 listings. He's not some 19-year-old kid that's just out there. You know, now I know who he is. He's on Facebook. He's on Google. His address is verified. I know this is a legit business now.
Yeah. Yesterday, while I was at college, I met this lady, and because I told the class I was doing auto detailing, I'm in an entrepreneurship class, and we were talking about business and all that. After class, she sees me, and we're walking, and she says, I think I've heard of you. So I give her my card, and I was like kind of mind blown because she's in Kingston and I'm all the way here, and I've done work over in Kingston, but just the fact that she's heard of me around already.
Kingston's a half an hour away.
Yeah.
People watching this probably might not know. Kingston's a half an hour from us in Ellenville.
Yeah.
So yeah, get out there, right?
Yeah.
And you need to be in this business class. You need to keep talking about your business, case studies on your business, so everybody in the class knows you, right? Everybody knows.
Number 5, we talked about use Google AdWords. Try utilizing Google AdWords to specifically target the types of products or services you offer. Remember to focus on the quality of a few keywords instead of choosing too many. AdWords are great for targeting specific geographic locations and give you the ability to control your budget with flexible pricing options.
Yep. So you can do this with Google. You can do this with Facebook ads. You need to boost Facebook posts now. Facebook, the algorithm sucks. People don't see everything on there. It's just
weird.
So throw $5 on something. Your top performing posts. If you do 10 cars this weekend, and your top post out of all those 10 cars, one that gets the most views, that's the one you boost.
Okay.
Throw $5 on it. Just throw $5 on it.
I'm gonna try that this weekend. Okay. See something.
All right. So
about
Google
Instagram. Instagram offers the same
Instagram.
thing.
If you're on Facebook advertising, you have a click button to link both Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Facebook owns Instagram. Hit that click button. Advertise on Instagram too. Okay. The last ad I got on Instagram, I had like 300 likes. Nice. I spent like $15. I got 300 likes on our wings. Back to Google. I throw AdWords. I throw $100 a month on catering. Very specific region. It's not everything. It's not steak, seafood, vegetarian. It's catering, wedding catering. I booked more weddings last year than I ever did. $100 a month. Wow. So, and that's awesome. $1,200 a year is nothing. That's the beginning of the profit level for a wedding.
Yeah.
So it pays for it in one wedding.
Number 6, create local awareness and establish a network. Join chambers, business associations, community groups, etc. Find ways to get involved. Networking is a great way to capture business leads as long as you don't come on too strong. This
is something you should be doing too. Local chamber, $75. Be a member. Here's the thing: whatever organization you can join New Paltz Chamber for $350, $250. There's lots of chambers you can join. There's BNI, Business Network International, by Ivan Meisner. I was a member of that for 2 years. That's how I started my business here, and that's how I grew my business, and people knew me all over the Hudson Valley. Not saying that these might be right for you, but whatever business networking group you join, be active in it. Okay. Just don't pay the membership fees and sit back and say, come support my business. No, go to the mixers, hand out your business cards. Get other people on guest days, because Chamber of Commerce's have guest days. BNI has bring a guest day. Have another person bring you to their things as a guest day. Don't be pushy when you go. Don't try to sell stuff. Introduce yourself. Don't say, hey, who cleans your car? I clean cars. Bam, here's my business card. I make cars shine. Wow. That's it. Oh, you make cars shine? My car needs to shine.
This is awesome. This is the first time I hear something like that.
Right?
I really never heard of Chamber of Commerce.
That's why we're doing this.
Wow.
That's why we're doing this show. That's why we're doing this.
Number 7 says offer coupons or free products, services. Create loyalty early on. A happy customer will come back and will tell their friends about you. Recurring business.
So in the restaurant business, folks, it's 6 times easier to get them in for the second time than the first time. So new acquisitions are super important. New acquisitions, that's where you want to be putting some of your focus. But once you get somebody acquired in, like I should get an email from you now. Once a month. Tips on keeping my car clean.
Oh, okay. That's good. It keeps them.
Give me a tip on the best gasoline to use. Take somebody else's information and send it to me. Put it back. You don't have to do the. People don't think, well, I don't have time to blog. I can't create content. I can't put content on. A lot of these people that do content that are posting stuff are posting other people's stuff. I was getting a video on YouTube that was getting, 10,000 views a day. For a month long, it was getting 10,000 views a day. It wasn't my video. I was sharing somebody else's information. I was just redistributing it. The news, they redistribute information. All the news say the same thing. They're just redistributing information from Associated Press, from Reuters, from whoever.
Yeah.
So your job is,
business.
if it's not your own information, your job is to redistribute information. Okay, give me tips that can keep my car clean. Tell me, tell me how to properly wash my car. Tell me to, hey, it just snowed out. They just salted all the roads. Try to get to the car wash. It's going to save some life on your. Once a month, I want something like that.
Okay.
Don't overload me every week, every day. Really, every 3 weeks is key. In the restaurant industry, every 3 weeks, they want to hear from their favorite restaurant.
That's
Else you're going to lose your customers.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you're going to send me an email, and I want to be able to respond back and say, hey, can you wash my car this weekend? Because it's on the top of my mind. It's the top of my inbox. All right, so.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Number 8 or last bullet and point is advertise. If you build it, they still may not come. You must get out there and tell people who you are, why your product or service is different from the competition, and how to find you.
I agree. Your job, Grant Cardone was saying this the other day. I'm going to 10X, right? The Growth Conference. I'm going, right? I'm going to Vegas, see Grant Cardone and all 25 speakers.
That's awesome.
So I'm really excited for that. He says on one of his last videos last week about promoting. Everybody needs to promote. You should have something on your car. You should have one of those magnets on your car.
I was looking at those. Yeah.
They're $25, $50.
I was looking at those.
Make your car shine, and bam.
Yeah.
Right there you go. And you know what? Make your car shine. I want to link to your Instagram. I want to go to Instagram and see all the cars that you made shine. It's the bottom line. I want to see 200 pictures on Instagram of all the cars you made shine.
Yeah.
Before and after. If I saw a before and after, half and half, before and after, I'm looking at my piece of crap car and saying, man, he's going to make my car look that good?
Yeah.
Right?
That would be great.
That's what I want. You're going to make my piece of crap car look good. Bam. You're going to make cars look good. Cars shine. So that's what I want. Make cars shine. Do whatever you're going to do. Quick tagline on there. That's it. Now, you had a question for me about growing and scaling your business. What was that?
Yeah. Well, now that spring's coming back in, we're getting rid of this winter. Now it's time to really crack down, and I want to have the business running by itself. So my main focus is how to pay the employees. What's better? Is it better to pay them hourly or just by car? I don't want to rip them off, and I don't want to rip myself off. So it's really hard. It's a hard.
So this is more of a legal question, but I'm going to give you advice as far as the economics part of this question. The legal part of it, you have to go to an accountant, and you have to figure out, because you're going to start now talking about running payroll. And, so you're going to have taxes in there. You're going to have things in there. Yeah, it's one thing to throw somebody cash. But if you want to be legit and you want to do it right, then you got to run payroll. You got to pay taxes. Now, you're talking about paying somebody hourly, which is an employee, to paying somebody who's a subcontractor. Just saying, hey, do these cars for $50, and you're going to turn around and charge $75, right? And just know that the car's done to your specs, and you're right. So I'm not sure how that works. So you need to go to an accountant for that. Now, here's the other side of that. There is labor laws, which you have to go to, obviously, the accountant. Yeah. So you have to make sure that you're doing. It's not really the other side. It's the same side. You have to make sure you're following the laws, subcontractor versus paying somebody, and versus you're not losing money.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You want to make sure you're not losing money, and you're being able to scale your business. So hiring employees is a whole nother thing. But you can't grow your business unless you hire employees.
Yeah. It's not a business if you don't have employees.
Well, it is a business to a certain extent. If you're a single guy out there, single lady out there, running your show, booking, doing talks, selling books, things like that, yeah. But the more you build in your organization, the more you can do, which do make money. Yeah. So your job is to go promote. Your job is to go promote, advertise, get people in the door, get people to get cars. That's your job, is get cars.
Yeah.
Their job is to make the car shine on your specs. So go talk to an accountant. Go find out about that. If you're paying your brother to help you out or something, and you're throwing him $50, yeah, something like that. Maybe start like that. If it's something like a family member. But think about is workman's comp. What happens if something happens on a car and what happens if they slam their finger in the door? Right? They're your employee.
Yeah.
They get into workman's comp. Then you got to go to the hospital. This is so that's why I really don't want to answer this question and say this is what you have to do. But you have to weigh out the other side of how to still make money, whether you're paying them per car or by the hour. Minimum wage in New York is $10.40 an hour. But when you add taxes and all that kind of stuff, that's like $15 an hour. So how fast can somebody do a car is the question.
Yeah.
How fast can they do it? How fast can they turn around? You know, and honestly, when you go to Middletown, you go to those car washes. What is it, $25, $30?
Yeah.
And bam, in and out, right? They've scaled that business.
Yeah.
They've totally scaled that business. You're not scaling that business. You're scaling a service. You're scaling a service. You're picking their car up. You're bringing it back. You're making it shine. If they own a pet, if they own a dog, you're leaving a little dog treats on their seat for them, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Get some stuff like
you
that.
Can you can go to the store, buy molasses real cheap, and bake these little molasses treats. Bake them yourself. Don't go spend money on dog treats, and do a little thing for their dog.
Yeah.
You get to people's dogs, man.
That's awesome.
Right? Look at the bank. They give lollipops to kids.
Yeah.
The kids wanted to go to the bank, right?
Yeah. I remember
Right,
that.
right.
That.
So
still going on.
So do something small. You're providing 5-star service.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get your car towed tomorrow and you would call a tow truck, what's one nice touch that they would do that would make things different? You just got a dog.
Yeah, yeah.
What if you got dog treats from the one tow company? You'd remember that tow company for life, right?
Yeah.
Your dog won't because your dog doesn't know.
Yeah, but I would, yeah.
But you would.
Like I got something. They actually went out of their way to do something nice.
So the
job.
The whole premise is you're selling 5-star service and how you can do 5. Nordstrom sells 5-star service.
Yeah.
You're selling 5-star service. So, sorry, I can't answer that question more in depth and in there.
No, yeah.
It's a legal thing. Any closing remarks? You can take some of this back to
definitely take some of this in, and I want to put it out there, execute, and within the next 30 days or 2-3 weeks, I want to have some results.
All right, so the next show that we do, we're going to record, and it's going to be a show after. We're going to talk about some of the things you're executing.
Yeah, like
I want to see you. I want to see you. We're going to reviews. I want to see you start abusing Instagram.
Yeah,
you're going to abuse social media.
Yeah.
Do they tend to teach you this stuff in business class?
I don't know.
You're going to find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
But now you can teach them maybe. Because a lot of this stuff you watch on videos on YouTube, they don't teach in business class.
No, yeah. I was wondering the same thing. How is it that a teacher that's been teaching for so many years in a classroom can really talk about business and all the...
Is there a handbook on social media that the state gives these people for state schools, for state colleges?
Yeah.
I mean, what's...
That.
I'd like to know, so you got to report back to us.
Yeah.
You need to ask, say, hey, what about social media? How important is that in marketing?
Yeah.
How important is it, to make dog treats for your clients? How important is that? And we'll see what they say. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano.
Awesome. Sway from Sway's Auto. Follow me on Facebook.
Bam.